are a decorated soldier with a lot of experience of counterinsurgency in Jammu Kashmir, and after that you have authored two great books which are very very popular, and many copies sold out, and you have spent so much of time in the corporate world. Kindly tell us that what is it that the corporate world can learn from the armed forces? There is so much, of course, but what would you like to tell us?
Thank you, sir. I'm going to start on a slightly lighter note and follow up onto my senior sitting here. I'll take the privilege of following up on the tremendous stories of Field Marshal Cariappa. I was an officer attending Staff College in Wellington back in 1990. That time, Air Vice Marshal Cariappa was one of the CIs, and Field Marshal visited him. So one evening when we were standing in the club, the Field Marshal's car came in, and the Chief Instructor Army, General Batra, went up to kind of receive him. So the moment the door opened and Field Marshal stepped out, old man, still ramrod straight, General Batra said, "Sir, may I help you?" In a trembling voice, the Field Marshal said, "You can't help me, but I can." And he started buttoning up his blazer. So that is how old soldiers never ever forget their tradition. Now, he talked about his entry into UPSC. I was very fortunate. I've been CEO of 2 different companies. I worked every single day since I retired 9 years ago. And I was CEO of a very reckless engineering company. I warned them, I'm not an engineer, I'm an infantry officer. My only exposure to engineering was digging a trench in IMA. It didn't come out right. But somehow they offered me the job, we did well, we doubled the revenue in 2 years. Anyway, what I discovered is that one of my competitors, a CEO of another company, a young man, every time he used to talk on the phone, he used to say, "So Major Bali, how are you? So Major this, so Major that." Mostly in civilian world, people don't distinguish between Major General and Major. One day this gentleman and I met in the Naval Club in Gurgaon, and while we were sitting there, a bunch of army officers walked in and they came to me and said, "General Bali, it's so nice to see you. It's so wonderful." So this man was slightly surprised. He said, "I'm sorry, sir, you never pointed out that you're not a major, you are a Major General." I said, "That is nothing. In my whole company, people call me Major. I'm waiting for the day when they call me Subedar Major, then I'll stop." Now, coming back to the corporate world, look, I'll be very brief about this, but I would say the genesis of what I have thought about the corporate world in the book I've written started in 2016. I went to speak in IIM Ahmedabad, and at the end of the talk, a very smart student got up and said, "Why are you people so different from us? How is it that you are willing to die without a bonus at the end of the year? Why are you so different?" And I asked the same question to her. I've asked this question in many civilian gatherings. I always get the wrong answer. The usual answers are, you are more patriotic, you are more passionate, you are this, you are that. Well, there is some truth in that. The fact is, we are different because we were blessed to be an organization which had a fantastic, unique culture. We inherited from the British, we tweaked it to Indianness, and the fact that we bond with each other like this, and we know each other like this, and we talk to each other like this, is because we are from that culture. And most of the organizations in the civilian sector talk about culture, but don't seem to understand what it entails and how to go about changing it. So I have learned a lot of lessons, but I'm going to give a chance to ask questions from others, and maybe I'll